So, if you missed the last episode, I came back home to this, blown up portal, blown up bookshelf, fire everywhere, and a skeleton. I was very confused. I think I know what happened. When we were running from the ghast, one of his fireballs came flying in and went inside of our portal, and because it was an entity, which entities, like if you throw an item through a portal, it'll actually go through to the other side. All entities go through portals. So what ended up happening is it traveled through the portal into the overworld and blew up my bookshelves. Long story short, we need some more bookshelves. I thought I was done for a while on bookshelves, but apparently not. That being said, that completely ignores the premise of today's video, which is going to just be just some casual fishing. Yeah, let's get that underway before anything else. After I realized what happened, I was just in awe at how that had possibly even occurred. But yeah, apparently that's what happened. So yeah, let's make some sticks here. I just realized I had books left over in here. I didn't even realize that from before. I got the books back from the bookshelves though. So that's good at least. We got some. We only need to get the wood back for it, which we have plenty of. So let's just craft that up right now, and we should be able to. Hopefully fix up our bookshelf here. Yeah, it looks like we got all of them back. I'm not gonna leave that dirt under there. Can actually fix it up here. Put that there, and then grab one other piece of dirt and fix it up. Yeah, but if you missed the last episode, it was very chaotic. I was in the nether on with no armor, it went very interestingly. For now, I'm just not going to light my nether portal back, and for now, we're just going to go fishing, because that's what we need after an episode like that. Just some nice, relaxing fishing. So let's do that. We got a trident guy over here, actually, so before we do our nice, relaxing fishing, let's murder him. And he'll give us some experience anyways. Oh, and some copper, nice. And a trident? Yeah, trident, nice. That's going to be helpful for later. Is the sun going down right now? Yes, it is, so we might have to sleep in a second. But for now, let's get the video underway and do a little bit of fishing. Very long prelude to my video, just about some fishing. But you know, that's what you get here. So I'm pretty sure this fishing location works, because I know there are special requirements for fishing to get good loot. Basically make it harder for people to automatically do fishing. So yeah, that's the point behind it, but there are certain requirements for you to be able to get good loot, and I think it's like it has to be 4 blocks deep, it has to have a certain width around it of water, and yeah, there's a few other rules, but yeah. So my inventory's full, so the things are just kind of flying behind me. Let's fix that, and let's also sleep the night away. Alright, and yeah, from here, let us just throw off all the things we don't need in our inventory right now. I think these count as like stone stuff essentially, right? And then we'll just throw stuff into here, random stuff we don't need. Getting that gold chestplate is nice though, because if we ever do go back to the nether, I'm going to be wearing it, so that way I don't just die. That being said, I also think I have a helmet that I can use, which doesn't help with getting attacked, but it does help with just surviving in general. Here it is. Alright, and now we have armor again. We're not just sitting without armor like in the last episode. So yeah, we're feeling great. We're gonna do some nice fishing, and we're gonna catch some good fish. Yeah, fishing in Minecraft. It's actually not something I do very often, but I know it is a decent way for you to get experience decently quickly. I would say definitely the best way is to just go into the Nether, explore, and mine some nether quartz, because that's what I was basically doing last episode until I died, unfortunately, because I got a little too overconfident and went for a skeleton with a blaze right behind it, and yeah, let's just say that didn't go around so well. Go around? End up so well. There you go. So yeah, that was a thing. But in this episode, we're just gonna calmly go fishing, and yeah, we should have a decently easy time. We had a very nice spawn though, which I didn't realize initially, but we actually spawned right next to a nether fortress, and we actually found another nether fortress really close nearby. Unless they're the same one, I'm not quite sure. So yeah, this seed is kind of insane when it comes to nether spawn here. Which makes me say it's kind of a good speedrun seed, but that being said, you would have to actually be able to make a portal here, and I don't know if there's much to make a portal with here, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe not the best speedrun seed, but if you did get to the nether somehow from here, it'd be pretty good. So yeah, we're just gonna go fishing. I don't know why there's a hole over there. Probably a creeper blew up once and I never cared to fill it up again. Maybe eventually I'll fix that, but for now it's just gonna be like that. So yeah, now we just have calm fishing vibes, something to just sit back and relax to. I don't know what else to really say, other than the fact that hopefully this gives us a decent amount of experience. We are already level 12, but as I explained in the last episode, the way experience works is that at the higher your level of experience, the higher your level of experience, the more experience you need to fill up the bar. So yeah, it could get hard eventually here. But the whole point of us getting to level 30 is that we can finally get our Fortune 3 pickaxe, diamond pickaxe, and we can start mining more diamonds so that we can actually deck ourselves out and be decently protected from enemies going forward. Which means we can start doing a lot more things. I mean, the best is going to be when we can get all of our enchantments, but when I want to do that, it's going to be a long process of making a villager trading hall, which takes a lot of time, so we'll worry about that later. For now, all we have to worry about is not messing up on fishing. All we have to worry about is just... I wasn't paying attention. All we have to worry about is just some calm fishing. So yeah, this will be, I don't know what this video is, but it is a video nonetheless. So yeah, we're just gonna fish and continue fishing and fish some more. I'm actually getting pretty lucky with the fish spawns here. Not always do I get lucky, so yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if I should, I don't know what this video really is going to be. I might end up making it a time-lapse. I might keep the audio, so it'll be what it ends up being, but I guess I'll give commentary in case I do want it to be that. Just something nice to watch in the background, I guess. I mean, if you really do want to watch intently, well, it's a choice. You basically have a single screen. It's sort of like a, just like a, I don't even know what to call it, just something to like be zen with. You just watch it and relax. Yeah, that being said, I didn't really, with these videos, it's kind of better if you come in with an idea of what you're going to talk about, because you don't have a lot of content to talk about. I mean, not that fishing's not entertaining to do, but there's not a whole lot going on. I wonder if we do have good fishing over here, though. For a second I thought that sheep was a goat, but goats only spawn on the mountain, so I don't think that would work that way. Because we haven't gotten any good loot yet, but that might just be because we're just using a regular fishing rod, so we don't have the best fishing luck right now. It might also be just because this is not a large enough area to go fishing. I'm not sure which is correct. But yeah, we have an Enderman over there. He sold a grass block. That is very interesting of you, Enderman. Or a gravel block, actually. I'm just so used to them having grass blocks that that's what I thought it was. I'm tempted to go after him, but he teleported away, so the temptation goes away. And we can just go back to relaxing while we fish. We're only level 14, so this is honestly not very quick. It is like, it's not hard. I guess that's the plus of it. It's not a hard way to gain levels. You know, it might have been nicer to find a spawner. I'm really tempted to use chunk base just to find a spawner, but at the same time I kind of just want to wait until we find one naturally. But then the counter argument to that is that like maybe we won't find one naturally for a long time, and especially if we're gonna find one, we're gonna probably want to use the one that's closest to our base anyways. So I'll probably end up using using chunk base to find a skeleton spawner. But I'll make the farm design myself to make it more interesting. Because, yeah, it's always fun to make your own designs for your farms in Minecraft. I don't know, some people like to just follow tutorials. I like to do it my own way, even if it's not necessarily the most efficient. But if you feel a bit more accomplishment when you've created yourself, or at least I do. So that's how I feel about creation in Minecraft. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel. You can comment how you feel about it. If you think it's better to, or if you have more enjoyment just following tutorials or just creating on your own. Yeah, the thing about creating on your own too is it means you're not really limited to what's out there. You can just design however you feel is best for your specific situation, right? Which I guess doesn't apply a lot when it comes to mob spawners, but in other cases it does. There's a lot of very small differences between Java and Bedrock, which I wonder if they'll ever make unified. And if you're wondering, I feel like I always explain this, but I feel like it's necessary to explain. Bedrock Edition is the edition that's used for consoles and mobile, and some on PC use Bedrock, but most PC Minecraft is on Java Edition, which are the two versions of Minecraft. Basically the difference is just they're coded on different, for like basically when they were doing consoles editions initially, they needed to code it using a different coding language. I believe they use C++ or C#, one of the two, or both. In Bedrock Edition and in Java Edition, well, they use the coding language of Java. But because of the different languages and that one was made after the other, they can't just with different languages you can't just copy and paste what you already have. It doesn't quite work like that. So the differences do have the games do have subtle differences between each other. One of those, which comes back around my whole round argument, I don't know, my whole round conversation, back to the beginning with the mob spawners. Yeah, the mob spawners work differently, the way they spawn things. You actually have to make different farms, and that's not the only farm that's different. Also, basically every farm you're gonna make is gonna be different, other than, I guess, I'm trying to think, like there's some that would be the same, but a lot of it is different farms, because when it comes to mob spawners have a different shape of spawning. On Java Edition I believe they spawn in a square around the spawner, but on Bedrock Edition it is like a diamond shape around the spawner when you're looking like from above, but there is a bit of depth to it too, like height that they can spawn like one block below, one block above, but I think that's the same between versions. And other kind of farms you might want to make, okay, it looks like it's nighttime because he's mad at me. Other farms you might want to make include like a gold farm, Gold farms are different, not because I don't think mob spawning is any different for zombie pigmen, or piglins, new name, zombie piglins. I don't think the spawning is different for them between the two versions. But what is different is that on Java Edition you're able to go above the bedrock roof and place blocks above it. So you can place a portal on. You can basically like ender pearl through the bedrock to clip through it, and then you can make a portal on top of the bedrock roof, and then that way you have an easy exit and entrance point to the overworld and the bedrock top. And then from there you can build a gold farm that's very efficient above the world. Thing is, on Bedrock Edition, if you try doing the same thing, you can get above the bedrock, but once you're above the bedrock, you're stuck. There is no way for you to get down, unless you, funny story, on my solo world that I have for myself, that's like, not for recording, I went above the bedrock ceiling, and by accident, or like on purpose, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a gold farm. I want to make a gold farm above my like little nether hub, is what you'd call it, the nether base. So I was working on that, and I did a trick to clip through the bedrock. And then what I didn't realize is that once you get above the bedrock in Java Edition, there's literally nothing you can do, because you can't throw ender pearls. Well, there is something you can do. If you brought chorus fruit with you, you can eat the chorus fruit, and that has a chance of teleporting you below the roof. But other than that, if you try using ender pearls on the ground to like maybe clip your way through, which would be quite tough if it is possible, isn't possible, because whenever you click on top of the bedrock, it doesn't let you actually throw it. It just says height limit is 128. Which is not the height limit in the overworld, which is weird. Bedrock Edition, for some reason, has a height limit of 128, and that's the big problem in the nether. And so, you can't do that, and so there was basically nothing I could do, because maybe in my ender chest I did have something I could use, but once again, it didn't let me place blocks, and I didn't realize it wouldn't let me. So I was stuck on top of the roof. But previously, I had lost progress in the game due to a glitch where if like if your Switch turns off, because I play on the Switch for Bedrock Edition, if your Switch turns off without it being able to save at a certain time, it'll just revert the progress that you made at a certain to a certain point. So I abused that glitch to purposely lose data to when I went up above the nether roof, and luckily I had done it before it had done the autosave, and I was fine. And I guess it's not really a glitch, it's just more an exploit, but yeah. Yeah, and I was able to save like all of my gear, because I had like really good gear on me. I guess that was the biggest thing. I was just like, if I could place down my ender chest, then I could have put in all my gear in there and ensured that I wouldn't lose it. Because yeah, the end game gear makes you very OP, but also if you want to make that gear back, it can be very, very tedious, because let's just say trading with villagers makes things very OP, but it also makes things not very fun to always do, because when you have to farm for emeralds and you don't have an easy access to it, it can be just treacherous. Especially if you don't have an iron farm, and I don't think I had an iron farm at that time. Because iron farms are really nice, because you can just like have it go on in the background where you're just like hanging out around your base and such, and then from there you can get a whole bunch of iron, because they're very efficient in Bedrock. At least I believe they're like very efficient in Java too. And then you can trade off 4 iron per emerald with a villager, and yeah, you just get tons of emeralds from that too, which gives you basically all the OP items in the game, because for some reason villagers are very OP and have tons of traits that are very powerful. Anyways, I don't know if this is actually very efficient, but I feel like I've made my episode time, so I guess we're just gonna leave it here. We'll have to figure out how to get some more experience in the next episode. We'll see. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.